A few weeks ago, a 28-year-old guy named Rayan walked into my clinic. No limp, no pain on his face. But when he sat down, he said me something that I hear all the time. My knee just won't bend. It feels stuck. What if I told you that his knee wasn't stuck because of the original injury? What if the real problem started after he thought he was fine with too much rest? In this video, I'll explain you exactly what happens inside your knee when you rest too long, why you might need a manual therapist, and how to fix it. Let's go. Rayan twisted his knee playing casual football. He didn't think it was serious, so he rested, applied ice, stayed off it. The swelling went down. He thought, I'm fine. But a few weeks later, he tried to squat down to pick up his phone, and his knees just stopped. There was no pain, just a wall. Stairs felt weird. Getting out of the chair felt slow, and that scared him more than pain ever could. Now here's what was happening inside his knees. After an injury, the body sends inflammation to start healing. That's natural. But Rayan made a common mistake. He rested too much. No movement at all. Think of a wet sponge. Squeeze it and let it dry. It stays squished. That's what happened to the soft tissue around his knees. The joint capsule and ligaments, they healed short and tight. And that's not all. Those tissues also developed tiny adhesions, like sticky spots between layers. Imagine two wet pages of a book stuck together after drying. At the same time, the joint itself became stiff from not moving, and that's called disused stiffness. So now you have two problems: tight tissues with adhesions and a stiff joint. Now here's the key point that most people don't know. For your knees to bend smoothly, the bones just don't roll. They also need a slide, like a drawer on its rails. And after too much rest, those tight tissues stop that slide. That's why Rayan felt stuck. The slide was lost. And because your whole leg works together, this movement problem can also affect your hip and ankle. Suddenly, a minor knee injury makes everything feel tight and slow. Rayan looked at me and said, "So I did everything wrong?" I looked at him and said, "No, you just didn't know the middle path." That moment changed everything. He stopped blaming himself and he was ready to learn. Here's something important that most people don't realize. Every injury has a different grade. How severe a soft tissue damage is, only a trained manual therapist or an orthopedic physiotherapist can assess that grade. Based on the grade, we can tell you exactly how much rest is needed, when to start moving, which specific mobilizations and soft tissue releases are right for you. That's why, after an injury, consulting a specialist can prevent a long-term suffering like Rayan's. A manual therapist will use gentle joint mobilizations to restore the lost slide and soft tissue release to break those adhesions and relax the tight tissues. Now, even without knowing the exact grade, there are two mistakes most people make, and you can avoid them. Mistake one is too much rest. Rayan rested so long that his tissues tightened, adhesions formed, and he lost that slide. Mistake two is too much stress. Some people try to force the knee to bend, then the swelling returns, and now they have stiffness and pain. So how much rest is enough for a minor injury like Rayan's? This is a general guide. I'll put it on the screen. Every injury is different. Listen to your body and your therapist. First few days, rest, ice, protect. Gentle, pain-free movement is okay. When the swelling goes down, that's your signal to move more. Next few days, gentle movement, short walks, ankle pumps, no pain. After about a week, move daily, start strengthening. Remember this one rule: let strength do the work, not stress. Don't force your joint, strengthen the muscles around it. Strong muscles act like a natural brace. Session by session, Rayan's knee started to feel normal again. By session 3, he could bend down and grab his phone. By session 5, stairs weren't a challenge anymore. That stuck feeling was gone. He looked at me and said, "I thought I was going to live like this forever." I said, "You just needed someone to show your knee the way back." So here's what you need to remember. Too much rest is equal to tight tissues and adhesions, lost slide and joint stiffness. And too much stress is equal to re-injury. The sweet spot is let the strength do the work with the help of a therapist if needed. Now I want to give you a safety tip. If your knee suddenly swells a lot, locks completely, or gives away, see a doctor immediately. This video is only for minor injuries. If your knee or any joint feels stuck after an injury, don't wait. Get it assessed, move the right way, strengthen the right way. Like, share and subscribe if you found this video helpful. And drop a lock emoji in the comments. Tell me which joint feels stuck. I'll read every comment and I'll see you in the next one.